Okay, so recently me and Roman Puss have made a video talking about our wish list and things that we have wanted to be able to be seen in the game, such as new features and new characters that eventually we want Bandai to address and take care of and kind of just implement in the game. However, some of you guys brought up other features and patches that you feel like the game needs. So today we are going to discuss exactly what Bandai needs to address from the community and things that need to be implemented in the game to make the quality of life better here in the game. So we are going to discuss everything. I'm going to go through the comment section of that video and kind of just read off things that people had said, kind of some solutions to what they possibly could be, and hopefully Bandai will address all the things mentioned in this video. But since I am trying my best to help you guys out, and I guess myself out as well because I play the game, I'm gonna need you guys to help me with two things. A, hitting that like button down below, letting me know that you guys A, enjoy, and B, it helps with the algorithm so that way other people can see this video and share it with their friends and get the word around that Bandai needs to fix this game. B, the other thing I need you guys to do is hit that subscribe button down below. Fun fact about the channel, 83% of y'all that watch the videos do not subscribe. I have about like almost 10k people that watch the channel monthly. 83% of y'all do not subscribe. So go ahead and make the change right now. Hit that subscribe button, join the PawRado gang. I would definitely appreciate all the support. But enough with all of that. We're gonna go ahead, hop into this right now. So make sure to grab your drinks, get comfortable, and let's hop into this video. So the way I'm gonna break these down are like small annoyances that I've seen in the game that personally I want fixed. And then we'll work on up to the major issues, and then we'll even take snapshots of things in the comment section that you guys particularly wanted and we can see implemented here in the game. So the first thing I want to bring up, small thing, but it's step ups. Now step ups are supposed to be just that, stepping up. The cost of the summon is supposed to start low and then eventually you end up at regular price. For whatever reason, Bounty Rush does not get this concept. We will get 50, 50, 50, free, 50, 50, 50. I'm pretty sure that's more than 5 steps, but you guys get the point. There's no step up. Okay, yeah, we get rewards, but just call it a rotation banner or find some other way to phrase it. But don't use step up. You're misleading everybody that's in the banner or that's playing the game. I don't know, it's bad wording by Bandai, and that needs to be addressed. Step up needs to be you start low and end high. Every other game has got that down. I don't know why you guys fail to realize that, but that needs to be fixed. Second thing that I noticed is B, the sales for rainbow gems are pretty bad. I think the only ones that I really like personally, and that's me, the $3.99 for like 12, and you end up spending 12 for like 36 gems. But here's the thing, the summon cost on here is the exact same as Dokkan. Dokkan has a sale where you get $7.99 for 30 something dragon stones. Why can't $7.99 get you 30 something dragon stones or rainbow gems here? Like that doesn't make up some sense whatsoever. I think the team needs to do some research in other games that are going on right now, that are currently live and playing and kind of thriving with not as much backlash, and kind of do some research and see what they can take from there and ways to implement it into Bounty Rush so that way the quality of life can be better in that aspect. So those are my two main annoyances. Now we're going to move on to the third one of my main annoyance in the game, and some of you have mentioned this as well. The hitbox for certain things needs to be adjusted in the game to make things better. What I mean by this is, if we take the Dressrosa stage for instance, when I dodge out of the way of the fish and I clear the fish, I shouldn't get hit afterwards and be sent off flying. I should be free. The fish should pass by and I should be on the platform. If I completely dodge the fin in time of the fish, I should be clear. There should be no of it hitting me. There should be no it hitting any of you guys, whatever. It needs to be fixed. Address your hitboxes. And alongside with that, with the hitboxes, if someone gets a perfect dodge and they're supposed to be untouchable for that next 2 or 3, whatever, they shouldn't get hit afterwards by an after effect of the same move. No, I dodged the move. Let me be able to do my thing and counter it because I skillful enough to get the perfect dodge, or I was lucky enough to get the perfect dodge. One of the two. Either way, let me have my perfect dodge and don't let me get hit by some BS in the back. That's easy. That's all has to be said by that. And since we're on the topic of BS, I'm going to throw in another thing that needs to be fixed right here. The amount of stones that it's taking to get all of these characters. Now, we saw the huge price hike this year with the 2-year anniversary units and the raid Luffy. And then we kind of saw it for Akainu, which was crazy. But we'll get to all these. So last year, it was fairly cheap to get Blackbeard and Shanks, and I kind of see the concept, so we're going to increase it so not too many people can get these EX characters, so that way not too many people can complain about them. But here's the thing, whales exist. Whales exist. That is by far something that's unavoidable, so you can't really avoid people abusing. Now, to counteract, you don't also need to price hike your units all the way up and put two, so what was it, 1700 rainbow gems was the cost to get 1 copy of each, and there were 2 weeks in between. There's no way someone can fully get, and that's for 1 copy. 1 copy costs 1700 rainbow gems, roughly. Why are things that high? Why are things that high, Bandai? At least 1,000, 1,200 max, really. Probably would have been okay because they're exclusive characters and they're a little bit overpowered, and that kind of puts it in the middle. But another 500 rainbow gems, that is 10 multis, 10. And then raid on Luffy. Last year, Snake Man was a step up banner with him guaranteed, and Snake Man is still good. Snake Man is still used. Snake Man is still fun. And he costs what, maybe what's the normal step up price, like $250 for a Snake Man? I forgot the actual cost, but it wasn't a regular bounty fest to get him. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That price hike, and that's coming not necessarily right off the 2-year anniversary, but what, maybe like a 3-month difference. No one's gonna get that amount of rainbow gems in 3 months. You don't offer that much free to play content to get that many rainbow gems in 3 months. And that's going to bring me to other things I want to see after this as well that were also mentioned in the comments. And then I'm not sure of the 2.5 cost for Big Mom, but another $22.50 for Akainu. When the 2-year anniversary units were just $750, you just threw on 10 more multis I gotta do just to get 1 copy of a character. One copy. If you're gonna make that, the prices for that so high, you need to up them rates, buddy. You need to up them rates. There's no way I do roughly 40, I think it was 45 multis just to get 1 guaranteed copy. Up them rates, Bandai. Up them rates. Stop being stingy. Yes, a lot of people complain about the EXs, but look at the price hike when you're putting guaranteed copies behind this. Fix this, please. Fix this. Up them rates, buddy. Up them rates. And while we're gonna up them rates, let's talk about some things that the community specifically wanted, and we're gonna start with character balances and patches for Bounty Fest units, non-EX units, and older units. So Haku writes in the community post, which I posted about you guys wanting to vent out your frustrations on the game, and said that he would like to see personally some balance patches for underperforming skills and units. And this I cannot stress enough, is amazing. So for sometimes I get old units. There's some units I still need that are old units. I still need copies of V1 Cat. I still don't have Buggy. There's just a lot of other units that are older that I do not have, and that's my box personally. I'm pretty sure some others are that same exact way, but here's the issue with that. A lot of these units aren't really statistically performing with what the newer units have, and then also their moves are awfully slow, bad. It's horrible. We need you guys to like see this, get a list of characters and just revamp them. Just at least cut their times for their animation down slightly. Maybe increase the percentages of what their moves or their chances to do stuff up a few percentages, just to make them viable. Because I want to play as some of these old characters sometimes. Sometimes it's fun. I want to bring a V1 Admiral in 2021 and just be able to play the game and just outright just have fun. And we don't see these things at all. We don't see them, and we need you guys to actually pay attention to your surveys. If you're going to give a survey, at least implement the feedback, or send out a letter saying we got the feedback and this is what we plan on dealing with it. Do something, Bandai. Do something. Please do something. Let us know that you see our frustrations whenever you put something out. Also, we need, whenever you're dropping new Bounty Fest units, we need more stuff like whenever EX Kaido was viable. We need stuff like whenever Whitebeard came out and was viable. More stuff like Kid and Law when they were viable, when they first came out, to where not necessarily they countered the meta, but a lot of their skills and traits are good enough to where they can stand toe to toe with some of these EX units and some of these strong meta characters and be able to play that way. We need to see more characters built, pretty much built different is what we need to see. We need a lot more characters to come out where are viable and not just Bounty Fest, really cool units, but their traits and stuff might suck and they just get washed over by meta. A lot of people are tired in the game of being blown away by Rogers. They're tired of being melted away by Kainu. We need things to change in the game. We need newer characters to come out, and we need the old characters, like I said earlier, to be balanced, to be able to at least be playable. But we need new characters that are going to be released in between EXs, since you guys are sent on that. And we are going to need you guys to make them more useful, make the trade something, at least if it counters one bad thing about them, just something. Make new units viable against these guys, and to stop releasing characters that are cool but they can't really do anything in the long run, and then they force everybody to still be a meta slave. We need you to work on exactly the traits that you are giving these units. Also, free to play content, let's talk about it, because a lot of people left some suggestions on here as well, and I enjoyed the free to play content ideas that were left on here. Survival 200 definitely needs to be a thing. I said that with Roman in the wish list video. Survival 200 needs to be a thing. Make it harder. We can get more experience orbs, or someone said different frags. There's something else that I had in the comment section for different frags, though I'm gonna refrain from saying that now. But Survival 200 needs to be a thing. Thing with frags, make character missions. Boy, do character missions for frags. At least make it so where if you play the character X amount of times or whatever, you can get frags. Not specifically for the character, but maybe you get at least enough. You get, through playing all the missions for all the characters, you can get at least 400 golden frags for it. And you can make it, I don't know, character specific frags. I feel like that's doable. If you're gonna go ahead and spend a month to code a character, then I feel like you can make character specific frags, or you can make them generic golden frags, so that way people can, if they don't necessarily want a 5-star that unit, they can save it and use it for another unit, and maybe combine 2 units frags to make one good level 100 unit. I think that would be awesome. Just make it enough to get to level 80, so that way they still have to summon to get to 100 or grind out the game. And also within those missions, give them coins, boost orbs, and of course rainbow gems. Of course rainbow gems, because we need some more free-to-play content with different ways to be able to grind the game. So we definitely need to have character missions, and even for returning players, that's good for us because we can add some more oomph to our box for older players, veteran players. And I'm not necessarily a veteran player, but people who've been around and are waiting for in-game content, that's definitely something for them to grind. Another suggestion was story mode. We need some more. I definitely agree with that. We need an addition to that. We're in post time skip. Let me look up where we're currently at. So we're pretty much right at post time skip and at the beginning of post time skip. So that means we have a lot of stuff to go over. We'll pretty much say they have Salwoody covered. So we have Fishman Island, we have Khazard, we have Rosa, we have Val, we have Whole Cake, and we're not really done with Wano, but we're getting close to it. But that's at least 4 arcs worth of stuff you can throw into here. We definitely need to see those implemented in at least solo mode. But what would be cool is if we can actually get animated story mode. Someone said that as well. Animated story mode with maybe some cutscenes or whatever, or revamped story mode, add on to it and make an actual story mode. That would be pretty cool. But solo kind of carries the adventure in a way. There are some gaps in it, which is what I don't like about it, but it is what it is at the end of the day, and you can use character specific things to battle it. But we need some more stuff added on. There's 4 arcs here, and at least, and it'll be daunting if you like cut it up a little bit, but at least add like the main fighters from each arc, or the fighters and their subordinates. If they were worthy enough to have enough screen time fighting, they need to be in the game for story mode for us to go against, so that way we can play against them. So Bandai, there are a lot of things the community would like for you guys to fix in this game. It's a game a lot of us came because of our love of One Piece, and we just want to see it flourish the way that it could be, and a lot of other ways that we see it being implemented by other games. We don't want it to be like Genshin right now, where there's pretty much a strike. We don't want to have to do like a protest or whatever. We just want you guys to see our complaints in Reddit, from a YouTube standpoint, from whatever you guys reach out to us, surveys. We want you guys to be able to see this, so that way we can move on and do better things. If you guys want to see, and if you miss the video on new characters and game modes I would like implemented on One Piece Bounty Rush, the card for it is going to be over here. Make sure to give that a view. But that's going to be it. I'm out of here. See you guys.